Welcome back to SAFC Live. Delighted to say that Sunderland have came through their fixture this afternoon with a 1-goal win down at the Cardiff City Stadium. Lee Howie's alongside me this afternoon. We saw a strange performance from Cardiff in that first half, arguably one of the worst sides we played against all season. They did try a bit in the second, and obviously pushed us towards the end there, but it never really looked in doubt for Sunderland, did it?
No, it was total domination really the first half, without really creating a lot. The chances that we had, we just didn't take, or just missed the target. But their manager was beside himself. I mean, he had two changes before what we got into.
Can you recall that ever happening?
Not really. I think he's just something just didn't go right, or what he planned, that the players just didn't give him what he wanted. But they were a little bit better in the second half, and they were trying to throw a lot out when they went 1-0 down. But generally, they were poor.
Yeah, they were. Let's have a look through the action then, and we can discuss some of the points which may have came up during the game. Yeah, it was... Maybe Sunderland didn't make the most of their chances in the first half, though, Lee.
That's exactly what we say. We got in a lot of possession in and around their box without really creating anything. And when we did, this is what it was like. It's just high and wide without really any composure. You've got to really hit the target. And there was a couple. Dan Neil's had a few chances like that in the second half, and we've just missed by a long way.
Yeah, Cardiff guilty of that as well. Philogene, he was one of the players who was actually subbed during the first half. That wouldn't have helped his cause, would it?
After that shot, I'd have subbed him, I think. That was pretty awful. Here we go again. It was it's just a real... And without really taking care, sometimes you just got to get your head down and hit that target. But it was a bit rash from Dan Neil.
Abdullah Barr, just getting a shot on target for Sunderland. He did that down in Norwich, but...
I think that only counted as our only shot on target.
Yeah.
Because I think obviously the Jack Clark header doesn't count.
This is another interesting period of play there, because 5 players around Ekwan, he's just able to poke it through for Ahmad, who wasn't ready on that occasion, but they will just stop, don't they? Yeah,
they are just standing around watching. And better touch from Ahmad, and for me he scores. But again, just the chances we've had.
Gucci having an effort there. McGuinness stopping on that occasion. Good feed from Gooch.
Yeah, he uses the run. And the defender does quite well there. This is just the header. The cross is just a bit too big for Danny Barr.
Now this was the offside one in the first half. I'm not going to see a definitive angle of this one. I mean, by the time he puts it in, he's well advanced of NG there, but...
Yeah. I mean, I'm just taking a look at the linesman. If he cannot see that, then he has the perfect angle. So I'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt there. But it is close. It is very close.
Very close indeed. Etete came on in the second half. I think Etete came on and probably came the closest Cardiff did all afternoon with that.
Yeah, he's muscled his way through there. Hume maybe could have done a little bit better, but Patterson's done well.
This was a frustrating one, wasn't it? You
shout
and shoot at your TVs at home, I bet.
That was, you're just hoping that we can take one, and this is the goal. As you can see, the keeper's reaction, you know it's gone through the wall.
And that was the goal, of course, from... That was Pritchard's free kick, isn't it? And Dennis Serkin, a word on Dennis Serkin. Played the full 90, back in the starting lineup, and then gets his goal by following that one in.
He'll be delighted. I'm sure the players will be delighted for him. Again, he's worked his way back in, but yeah, get the winner as well in the end.
Yeah. This is Ahmad connecting with Dan Neil again, just going over.
If he keeps it low and just aims up, he's a good passer of the ball. He just passes it into the bottom corner, and that would have been 2-0.
The wild effort from Marlon Romeo. He was subbed soon after that one as well. So Lamucci subbing his players with their poor efforts. They did come in a little bit better in the second half, as you say. Kaba trying to bring it down there.
Yeah. I mean, they were the 1-0 down, and they are at the bottom of the table, so they're desperate for points, and this is the only time that you really played with any sort of desire or will to win.
You got to think down there as well. Reading have had points deducted. Wigan's had points deducted. If it wasn't for that, they would be right amongst it, wouldn't they?
And we'll see. I know Blackpool will win it.
Yeah, we'll see the later scores in a second. So Cardiff could be well amongst it again. Let's go through these final highlights from today's game. Perianji floats another one in. We saw a lot of that in the second half.
Yeah, Hume gets nice and tight.
A word on Hume, it's centre half today.
He's done a job, but again, without they really didn't put us under a lot of pressure. I thought Gallard made I think if he went for his right rather than trying to get on his left, he'd have gotten it on target again. Another.
Dan Neil going for his best.
I hope he does some shooting practice. Then shooting practice during the week. She's got that all well.
Another free kick. This time it's Ahmad. And that time Ryan also takes the ball. It's Danny Barfield in on that. Now there's a shout of a penalty on this one, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it's Gooch, isn't it?
Big line Gooch's
left
arm. I'm not seeing it. You said there's an argument there.
I think so. I think he has a nudge, but whether or not he's done it on purpose. It's referees in the Championship and Sunderland. You know, they normally get given against us.
What about that for a shot? That one went out for a throw in.
I'm not going to say anything about that. I've had some bad shots myself in my life, but I don't think I've ever hit one for a throw in.
Mishu just hold on a little bit too long there, didn't he?
Yeah, again, and I think, and then Ahmad's run offside. But this really does again sum up our performance, where we're in some great positions, but that final ball or that final shot just wasn't there today.
Too easy at points, wasn't it? Maybe. Okay, then let's have a look around at the scores from in around the Championship. Then this afternoon, there was an early kick-off and it was a late equaliser for Blackburn Rovers. Huddersfield 2, Blackburn Rovers 2. In the other scores, Birmingham City 0, Stoke City 0. Coventry coming back from 2-0 down against Watford at home. Hull City 1, Millwall 0. Luton Town 3, Blackpool 1. That was despite Blackpool winning 1-0 at half-time. Norwich City 0, Rotherham United 0, Preston North End 1, Reading 1, West Brom 2, Queen's Park Rangers 2. Wigan beaten at home by 2-0 against Swansea City. A good couple of games this evening. Bristol City are at home to Middlesbrough. And the big one, I guess, Burnley, who are promoted. I think they might be promoted. They could be almost cement themselves as champions if they beat Sheffield United this evening at 8 o'clock kickoff. But let's see what that does to the league table then.
That's some decent results for us there.
Sunderland are in 10th, climbing slowly but surely, on 58 points now. And Blackburn on 62 in 6th.
Yeah.
Lee, is it alive still?
Of course it's alive. We said it before the game. I mean, look how close that is. We got 2 home games coming up, very winnable games. But we'll just have to wait and see. You've just said the teams around us will be playing each other. We'll be playing them. That'll be a big shift in these last, what we got, 6 maybe? Is it 6 games? Yeah, 5 games? 5 or 6 games, some of them there.
Yeah. Well, it's all to play for.
Certainly is.
Keeps it lively and keeps it interesting for us here on SFC Live. Let's have a look at some of your thoughts then. If you've been getting in touch with us this afternoon here on Easter Monday. From BC, who says, do you think Jack Clark's offside goal was offside? Well, we've seen the best angle we could. I wonder if we could look back at it again and we could slow down the action. Pritchard with the assist.
I think the Lions is in a good position, and when we have seen it freeze, it seems to be just slightly ahead his shoulder.
See when the ball's struck, if we can see.
Again, I don't think we're going to...
It's very close, isn't it? I mean, if anything, he's leaning a little bit. His head maybe he's leaning a little bit offside.
Yeah,
that's the best angle we're going to get.
He's trying to get in. You can see he's trying to get in. Whether or not he's just... Again, it's extremely difficult to decide either way.
I mean, it's not very good defending anyway, isn't it? No. From a Cardiff point of view.
Again, just static defending from them. They were just passive all the first half. It's a good header, though.
Yep, good diving header. Let's see the next thought here. on the post-game programme. Richard's been in touch and said, with us having the youngest squad in the league, when will this team be ready to challenge for promotion? What do you think of that one? Do you think we are ready? Yeah, we are?
Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? You kind of, and this is sometimes the argument with people, we're too young or it's too soon. You never ever, you might not get that chance again next season. There's nothing to guarantee.
Yeah.
I remember when we came down from the Premier League and everybody said, "Oh, great, we'll win a few games now," and we plummeted right out the bottom. We just got to, if the chance comes and this team are young and exciting, let's take it.
Yeah, because there'll be 3 strong sides coming down, won't they, as well as 3 strong sides coming up.
It doesn't get any easier. That Championship's a hard division, and be it we've done really, really well in terms of this season. We expected just to stay up. That was probably the goal. But at the moment, we're as good as any of them teams that's in and around us. Yeah,
Sunderland's form has definitely improved in recent games. Obviously, quite a few draws, but haven't lost for a number of games now. And as you say, 4 points away from those playoff positions.
And you take our injury list. Take our injury list. How well that the young squad's developed. Again, we've gone away to Burnley and fought out an incredible job. I thought we were terrific. Again, we're young players, young exciting players, and again, our game on Friday was phenomenal.
Yeah,
you win them 3 points. Look where we could have been.
I know, and the side with so many injuries as well, you could pretty much make an 11 with the players that aren't involved at the moment as well. It's almost a season of what could have been as well, to a certain extent as well.
But we're in the mix. That's a big 3 points.
Yeah, a big 3 points this afternoon. Okay then, Lee. Thanks for your company, by the way. It's been a pleasure to have you on SFC Live. And I imagine we'll be back in the lounge next week as Sunderland face Bristol City here at the Stadium of Light. Birmingham City on Saturday. Saturday the 15th, 3 p.m. kickoff for that one as Sunderland head to the run-in and only a few points away from those playoff places. It's still alive. We'll see you soon.